Segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center. Your stem cells, your health, your life.
Good morning and welcome to Around Kansas. I'm Deb Goodrich and it's great to have you with us this morning. I am at Fort Wallace Museum, but this is actually the old Pond Creek stagecoach station. This year marks the 150th anniversary of the arrival of the railroad to western Kansas. So, of course, 1869 was the Transcontinental Railroad. The Kansas Pacific right here was a big piece of that, and arguably maybe even the first link, or the first, how would you phrase this? Something about the actual first Transcontinental Railroad may be this route and not the one a little farther north. I know you've all heard of Promontory Point, Utah, and where the Golden Spike was driven 150 years ago this summer. Well, you know, we had a few spikes driven here too, and it's a pretty amazing story. This was the stage station at Pond Creek, established in 1865 on the Smoky Hill Trail. And of course, Fort Wallace owes its existence to this stage station. The first soldiers were camped near this station to protect the traffic on the Smoky Hill, mostly Butterfield's Overland Dispatch, and that evolved into Fort Wallace. So, yeah, a big piece of our story. We're real excited because this is the only surviving BOD station. There were two, and I think the other one that was in Chapman, I believe, was destroyed by a tornado, unfortunately, a couple of years ago. So we have the only surviving BOD station, and we're pretty proud of that. It's a pretty awesome artifact in its own right. So, well, folks, just had Mother's Day, got so many other things coming up. I hope you all had a wonderful one. And before Mother's Day, I didn't get to, I just didn't have the time and, presence of mind mostly to plan anything. And being a mother myself and in constant contact with my children, it took me a while. But I would like to do a little salute on our show to mothers today. So watch for that coming up next. We are, springtime in Kansas. I guess it's finally arrived. Man, it has been a struggle. But as we have talked so often of lately, the window of opportunity to do things in Kansas is just a few months when you can count on not great weather, but at least not freezing temperatures or, some acceptable weather. Let's put it like that. Some days are glorious, some days not so glorious. So it seems all of our events are crammed into these few weeks of summer, late spring, and early fall. So boy, are we smack dab in the middle of the season now. And once again, I'll just remind you that a couple of things we're involved in. Dr. Jake at the Waukene State Veterans Cemetery on Memorial Day. He and his cavalry troop always participate in that. I think it's been more than a decade that he's been doing that, maybe 12, 13 years now. And of course, take your kids to some of the memorial events that weekend. Take them to the cemeteries to meet those VFW guys and American Legion guys who are out there marking graves and conducting ceremonies. Make sure that the kids know what Memorial Day is all about. Then toward the end of the month, 1st of June, again, I'll be out at the Battle of Blackjack. If you would like me to come and speak at your event or maybe have a screening of Thoth's Dragon, just let me know. Send me an email. We'll work that out. We've got a great show for you. We'll be right back, so stay with us.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.